Hi, I'm Mr. Millsap, and I'm excited to have you in my sixth grade PE class. I put together this slideshow to give you just an idea of some of the things you can expect. So if you go to our Schoology page, you click on class information, you'll see these slides sitting in there, and you're welcome to look at those at your own pace. But I wanted to highlight a couple of things in those slides. So I'll make this pretty quick. Thanks for watching. First of all, I just wrote this introduction because I wanted to make it very clear that you don't have to be a world-class athlete to be in this or to be successful in this PE class. I don't care what background you come from. I don't care what your current status when it comes to exercise is. What we're going to do is we're all going to grow and get stronger, and we'll learn some things along the way. Okay? So I've had a couple of kids actually ask me before, Mr. Millsap, why do we even have to take this class? Well, it is a state requirement, and there's a number of reasons for that. But I'm going to say, if you look at this slide, you look at the first goal there, I think you can make a case for why not only should we take this class, but it could be the most important class we take right now. Because right there it talks about strengthening your immune system function and decrease risk of sickness and disease. Exercise does that. Right? So here we are in this COVID-19 situation. I'd love to get back to that in-person teaching. I'd love to be at school looking at you face to face. But to do that, we have to think beyond just wearing masks and socially distancing. We have to think about our long-term, like holistic health, and exercise is such a huge part of that as far as really preventing sickness and disease. Like every class, we're going to have three main elements to the class. We're going to have Zoom meetings, and hopefully you've seen the Zoom schedule for the week. Like you have a designated time for this class, 2 long Zoom meetings during the week, and then 1 quick check-in on Mondays. So check out that schedule if you haven't seen that yet. I'm going to give you some independent learning activities, and then you can check back in with me, or I might invite you to check back in with me during office hours later in the day. So we'll talk more about that when we're back together as a group. Again, we'll talk more about this when we're together as a group, but there's some expectations during our Zoom meetings that we want to make sure that we're getting the most out of our time together. And there's a lot going on right here. I know there's a lot of lines here, a lot of rows, but I basically just want you to get the idea to you that we have 12 weeks together, which is not a long time, and we're trying to meet all those state requirements as far as learning and moving. And to do that, we've got to pack it all in, and we can have some fun and get spontaneous, but this class is pretty well thought out. And so please follow. We're going to follow a plan and get the most out of this class together. Okay, so grading. Everybody wants to know how do you get a good grade in this class, right? Well, like most classes, I use a 4-point system. Okay, and you can see what each point system means. Like there's 4 is hard, 4 is distinguished. It means you're beyond the grade level, and we'll talk about how you can show that. But most students are going to fall in that 3 range, maybe 2 to 3 range. Okay, 3 is at standard. It doesn't mean that you're. It's not a bad thing. It means you're at where you want to be, where you should be, right? So we'll go over this more when we're together as a group. So basically what we need to do, and one of the first tasks I'm going to give you, I'll send you a survey soon, and I'll think of it this way. If I work out at LA Fitness, and if I go in there and I want to talk to a trainer, the first thing a fitness trainer is going to do is ask me about my health history. That trainer is going to say, hey, do you have asthma? Or have you had a recent surgery, right? And those things are important so that we protect your safety, and they're important to make sure that I'm prescribing you with a plan that works for you. Okay, so you might have some physical limitations, something right now that's hurting or bothering you, and I need to know that. And it's confidential. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that, again, we're safe and getting you, allowing you to be successful. And finally, there's my contact email. Feel free to email me anytime. Hopefully I'll see you during those office hours. Please advocate for yourself. If you don't understand something, you can't just sit back. Elementary school, you kind of sit back because you're with that same teacher all day long. Now you're jumping class to class to class. And us teachers, we have many, many kids. So I've got like 150 kids or so. And I want to serve you as best as I can, but that also requires you to take ownership and let me know when you need help with